that it demonstrated for the first time the ability of Indian engineers to do product development and to some extent improve the respect of Indian automotive industry on the global stage. I must admit that when we launched the Scorpio 12 years ago, it was far from being perfect. But just like the Japanese consumers supported the emerging Japanese manufacturers in the 60s and 70s, just like the Koreans supported the emerging Korean manufacturers in 80s and 90s, our Indian consumers, and I must say the Indian media, gave space and time for Mahindra to learn and grow. So a big thank you to all of you media friends and the 4.5 lakh Scorpio owners for making Scorpio an iconic brand. And what we are doing here today is to take that iconic brand a step further. Over the years, Scorpio has crossed many milestones. We've introduced many new technologies. We have tremendously improved the performance in all those years. For example, in 2004, Scorpio was the first talking car in India. In 2005, Scorpio introduced the first India's CRD technology. In 2006, we introduced the new Scorpio, the Scorpio refreshed with 43 new features. In 2007, we launched the M-Hawk engine with the Scorpio, which in itself became a brand. And in 2009, we launched the current version, the mighty muscular Scorpio. Scorpio indeed has been launchpad for many technologies for us. In fact, we have used Scorpio to launch as many as 20 new technologies in India at 20 different times.
And I very quietly moved
Just to take an example,
and let the Scorpio pass.
When we launched the Scorpio the first time, we hardly had any electronic features.
Scorpio name.
Since then now, we have 12 mini computers working in a Scorpio. We have over 1,000 circuits. 29% of the vehicle cost comes from electronics. We have 60 sensors and 60 electronic features. There are 2,500 data points that are being calculated by Scorpio at any given point, and every 10 milliseconds, one command is executed. And over the years, we have focused on safety, energy security, and riding comfort. We were among the first Indian cars to introduce the crumple zone, the door beams, the ABS, and the airbags. Since the launch, the fuel efficiency has improved by 37%. We have improved the riding comfort by reducing NVH by 20%, vibration by 80%, articulation index from 80% to 98%.
But each one, the designer
if you ask any Scorpio owner, he will cherish the Scorpio experience.
And you can see straight away some small elements,
the on-road performance or off-road,
like the Scorpio
be it cruising as well as acceleration, taking any bump on the road, and also
again many themes. As you know, we work on
the Scorpio of the experience of being a Scorpio owner is something that is one of a kind.
That unmissable presence.
And I guess what I can say is that for every Scorpio owner, only 2 words describe the experience,
the clarity
which is purely addictive.
The product was defined by the
for them, once a Scorpio, always a Scorpio.
The design team to convert.
We had 12 years of growth
and models,
12 years of brand loyalty, 12 years of product enhancement,
and for this
off-roading and globe-trotting. And above all, we had 12 years of passion. Passion of all our consumers, passion of our employees, our dealers, and our suppliers.
This architecture, right?
You have seen umpteen spy shots of the new Scorpio. The wait is now over. We present to you today the new Scorpio.
Pillars in the right.
The new generation Scorpio is a quantum leap. It's a quantum leap in style, in technology, in performance, comfort, and every other parameter. You will hear a lot more about the new Scorpio over the afternoon, but I guarantee that if you are a car lover, once you drive the new Scorpio, you will never want to get out of it. Thank you very much, Praveen sir, to come over what the new Scorpio is all about, and then take the program forward. Praveen?
Amit, the
A-pillar.
undisputed
Again,
champion
to get the proportions
of the Indian
absolutely right.
SUV
And the other
space.
thing is the glass
has been
to metal
created-
ratio. You'll notice on the new Scorpio,
it has created
Scorpio-N,
the SUV
that
category,
ratio
as Pawan
is
did
very,
share with
very
us,
tight
in India.
and very dynamic. Again,
When we
metal
decided
gives you that
to launch
feeling
the
of
Scorpio,
strength and muscle.
many believed that
There
will
you
we
go.
be able to do it?
Now,
An
as a
Indian
part of our
company
process,
attempting to make
global
a
design
world-class
process, we
vehicle
use
themselves
clay models. You know, how do
have
you
had
humanize the
big
design
questions
if a
and
human being
exclamations
does
in
not
their
touch
mind.
that design? So we have
Many experts
very, very
scoff
skilled craftsmen,
at our
we call them
attempt.
clay modelers,
But
who
we
actually
believed
recreate
we
all
had a
those
winner in
sketches
it,
that you saw
a true
into
champion
a full-size
who
clay
not
model.
only
and there you see
would stand the
immediately
test
that
of the time,
dominating front
but
and
win
in
the hearts
interiors,
of
and we'll speak about
many.
it more. The
Today,
top-notch craftsmanship.
12 years later,
everything fits beautifully.
we believe
the sophistication that
we have
DJ
successful
mentioned.
product
Now,
which
coming
as
to
we envision
sophistication,
at that
here
point in
the
time.
colors, materials, and
Scorpio
finishes
is today
become
an
very
iconic
important.
brand
And again,
that has
we
become
use really
part
premium
of the
materials
culture
to trim
fabric
the seats, to trim
of the
door
country.
pads, and then
I believe
a fantastic
there are
bright
three
metal
characteristics
finish for
which
the
are common
dual
between
rails
the
that you'll
champions.
see
The
on
three
IP,
examples what I
and you'll
shared
see
with
on the
you.
door armrests,
And
this door grab.
Scorpio shared
It's
the same.
a real feeling of solidity, like
Domination,
the chassis,
the ability to
Velusan's
constantly
platform
raise
is
the
almost
bar,
coming through
and
the vehicle
both
to
of
hold it
which
all together.
leads to consistent performance.
I'll just play
Scorpio tests-
a little
stands
animation
the
that will
test
show
of
you
all
some
these
of the
three.
features. Aircon vents in the rear.
Scorpio
of
has
course.
dominated
This
Indian
coffee
roads
black
over 12
interior,
years.
Largest
now.
sunroof.
There are
This
more than
stacked tail
4.5
lamp, what a
lakh
signature.
Scorpios
It
on the
looks
Indian
stunning.
roads, and that
And of
too
course the new
at a
logo
price
integrated
point
into the
of
car.
C and B
The
segment
Scorpion
vehicles.
Sting. The
Scorpio
big
is also one of the
17-18
India's
wheels,
most awarded
and again,
brand.
the little Scorpio
Over 40
tail signature
awards
in
to
the
its credit.
DRLs. Very purposeful lamps, and that
Over the
super
years,
powerful
Scorpio
grill.
has
That grill
demonstrated
which I
its
had
tough,
seen,
rugged
and I moved away.
capabilities
And I hope
and
the
has come out
Scorpio-N
always as a
does
winner.
the same thing for
True
years to
multiple
come.
rally winner in
So
India
with that,
as well as
I
in
will
the
now pass
international
on
arena,
to
including
Velu.
Rally
Velu will
dos
talk about
Sortes
all the
in
technical
Brazil,
details
which is considered
and,
the world's
what went in
second
to bring
and the
Scorpio
toughest.
amazing skin, the
Scorpio
magic
also
that MRV
dominates
and MN80
and
created. Velu-san.
is very widely present in the digital world. Its fan community is the largest among the SUV on the Facebook in India. Scorpio has not rested on past laurels, but has consistently raised the bar for itself and other champions have done in their career. As one can see it here, Pawan did talk about, Scorpio has continuously evolved over the years and in the process has been a trendsetter with industry first
The big daddy of
features.
SUVs is here.
Be it India's first talking car or be it a use of CRD
Thank you,
technology
Rajesh,
in Scorpio
Vijay,
or
and Pradhan.
housing a
What a great
six-speed
gathering.
automatic
A warm
transmission,
welcome, a hearty welcome.
which was
Before
the
I
first
start my speech,
BS4 compliant
Let me go
vehicle
in front
much
of you
before the regulations came
and then
into the
say
force,
heartfelt
and
appreciations
even
and
the
compliments
micro hybrid
to the supplier
technology
community,
with this
to the
product
dealers,
had the first
to
in India,
so many people
and many more such
and our own colleagues
to its
who have
credit
worked
as
for
India's
this
first.
product throughout the COVID pandemic.
Scorpio's
for the last
domination
2
and
years,
constant
unbelievably
raising
they
the
have
bar
chased
has
the
led
COVID
to
away and
consistency
brought this
in
product to
performance.
this stage. And therefore, let me take once again one
Scorpio
more bow to all of
has
you.
sold over 50,000 units annually for
always
over the
said,
last 3 years,
Big Daddy.
in spite of new launches
20 years ago,
and increased
I started
offerings in
my
this
career
segment.
in
fact,
Scorpio engine
the
development.
last year,
I never knew that 2
2013-14,
decades have passed.
witnessed the
The Scorpio
Scorpio,
will safeguard our
the
SUV
highest ever
business.
sales since its
And
launch.
the time has come for us to safeguard
There
the SUV
These are the
of
signs of the true
the
champion,
road, the big
which we
daddy for
believe
next 2
are the
decades.
strong credentials.
So this time, we didn't
So
take a
friends,
normal approach.
as true champions,
we took
we
a
have
different approach.
also not rested
The approach is very
on our
different.
past laurels.
This
We
world has
kept
been
pushing
changed
the envelope
by many people.
further, and
by
this is
simple
exactly
observations.
what we have done.
The questions are
It
always
gives me
asked.
great pleasure to
Do you have the
present to you
competency to bring the best?
the new generation
Do you have the
Scorpio.
knowledge power?
It's not just a new car.
Do you have
It's a
the
new
facilities to bring
Let's
the best?
take a sneak peek.
I have always
Can I
found
have
answers
the AV, please?
that if you ask powerful questions, you can always bring the best. That's the only thing that you need. Rest you can get from everywhere in this world. So let me start with my own personal readings. BC 330, when Aristotle saw, and he dropped to a big object and a small object,
This is a
and he
new
saw
generation
the big
Scorpio,
object
which is
moving
getting
faster
launched today
than the small
amidst your
object,
presence.
and he wrote it.
I'm going to
The
invite
big object
Rajan
moves
Valera,
faster
my colleague,
than
new generation platform
1,587
on which
till a man called
this
Galileo
new
came and
breed
saw, oh,
is built.
that's not the case. He was doing an experiment on friction by rolling.
So, good afternoon, friends. Thank you, Praveen. As you all
Putting
heard from
small
Pawan,
balls
he talked about
and
so many
big
metrics
balls
on the
on a
new Scorpio
slanted
that we have
wooden
improved very significantly. And as we all
surface,
do always,
and
in
he
Mahindra,
made
we raise the
graduations
bar.
on it,
We introduce new
and he was standing and
technologies. So it was
observed.
time that we designed an altogether new platform. So, friend, the new platform that we have
Being.
designed is a
And he
platform that
put
is
the
going to
ball
go on most of our new
and the
products
smaller ball
that are in the pipeline and also that we envisage in the future. Now, why we call it a new generation platform? Because
And the bigger
it's
ball,
a platform that
they all
has
reached
everything
at the
new
same time.
and nothing existing on the current Scorpio is carried forward on this platform. So why is it a
And the graduations, he calculated and he came to a number 9.8 meters per second.
a new generation platform? It's a new generation platform because we have
And the second,
a new
you add another
refined engine on this.
9.81. Let's take 10.
We have a new transmission on this. We have the
So
new
first
chassis
second
on
is
this.
10,
the new
and the second
ABS,
second
the
is
new
20.
clutches, a new front
This is
axle.
always
You
constant.
name it. Everything that
This
is there on
addition
the
of
platform
constant
for a
velocity,
typical
we called it
frame-based
acceleration.
vehicle is new in this. And
That's why
I
you
would
still
be
see it.
talking about each
What
individual
Aristotle
parameters
perceived
that has changed.
Is the power of observation.
The first one that I would like
He
to
just
touch
that he
is
made
the
some marks
frame.
and he observed. There was no clock.
The new modular
In
ladder
Newton,
system, higher stiffness than
100
the
years
current Scorpio.
later,
It
1000
has a patented process of post-piercing where after the entire frame is welded, it is pierced, which controls the
687.
geometry for very fine
It was a
ride
pandemic,
experience in
and
suspension, and the variability is totally controlled because you piercing the holes at the end of the welding. We have gone with the world's best supplier that makes
Cambridge,
the
and
maximum
he went
number
to
of
his
frames,
mother's
and it is.
house.
We have
Mother's house
invested
means mother's
probably
house
6
house.
times more than in any typical
It was an
frame,
apple tree,
manufacturing
and
that
the
has
apple supposed
happened in the
to
country
be
in
fallen
the
on
past.
his head.
We have
It was
new
always a
generation wheel
discussion,
of bearings in
how
the front,
can
which is packed
the
for
small
life,
ball
which
and
adds
the
to
big
the drive and gives you
ball
much better
fall
NVH.
at the same
We have
velocity,
new
but the big
multi-tuning
ball creates
valve
a
shock
big
absorbers.
impact.
You would see the coil springs is on the shock absorber in this, which was different in the earlier
and a small
platform.
ball
This
creates
is
a small
giving you
impact.
much better
That's a discussion for over 100
impact.
years.
Harshness goes down. We have much reduced body roll, and the overall
Newton
driving
saw
comfort goes up.
uphill
We can do
falling,
tuning of the
and he
vehicle
said,
for
"Oh,
very
ho."
many different road conditions. We also
this
have
apple is
a
falling,
guided collapse
there is- and
pattern
that force
which gives a very high
is
confidence
what
during
Galileo
cornering,
found,
and
the
also the
9.8
steering effort is very
acceleration
consistent,
and
and the
the mass
centering of
of
the
the
vehicle is
apple.
very good.
That is the force. So he found an answer for the 100
There is a new 5-speed transmission that we have put in this vehicle. It comes with
years of
two
discussion.
detent
Now, this
pin
is a
technology.
critical
It comes
observation.
with an H gate. It comes with a reverse
So,
synchronizer.
it is
There
this
no
critical
clash
observation
of the gears when you change in
that
the
I am
reverse.
going to tell
it
you
has got the best-in-class
how a
gear
Big
shifting
Daddy
experience, and
can
overall the
deliver you
efficiency
the
of the
best
transmission
dynamics
is much
at
higher than the current one. So
185
the drag losses go
kilometer per
down.
hour.
It helps us improve the fuel efficiency with much
75
lighter weight.
bhp and
There's no
400
service
Newton-meter
required.
torques
There is
of
a
a
double
diesel
row
engine,
angular contact
the
which give you
bhp
very
of a
high
gasoline engine
consistency
with
in terms of the the torque performance, the noise performance, etc., etc. We have a much higher load carrying capacity than Salisbury axle.
It's 370
And,
Newton
this banjo
meter.
axle
Believe
is,
me,
is
I drove
a
it
real
in
delight
last
on this
Saturday.
platform. We have a shift on fly. That means there is no need for you to slow down your car, put it in neutral and change to four-wheel drive. While you're driving, you can
At
just move on to the
185
four-wheel
kilometer per hour
drive
in
experience.
MSPT track.
In
and
this
I'm alive
product,
here.
we have also
Nothing happens.
gone far
Big
ahead in
Daddy
improving
is
the
very
stiffness
safe,
of the
and Big
floor
Daddy,
of the cabin.
except the Scorpio name,
This
we don't carry
helps us
anything
improving
else.
the NVH, vibration, and also not bringing any of the road noise inside the cabin. So we have done stiffness of the frame. We have a vibration damper. We also have very good sound package. All this for a very, very quiet vehicle. On the maneuverability side, we have reduced the turning radius from 5.7 to 5.4 meter. This is also helping to improve the maneuverability of the vehicle in various conditions. We've also increased the front track of the Scorpio. The frame width of the Scorpio has gone up by 50 mm, which adds to a larger footprint of the vehicle, which has almost gone up by 16%. Safety has been kept in mind, keeping the future emission norms, future safety norms that are coming by 2016, 2017. Today, the Scorpio meets the regulatory requirement of Europe. If we sell this vehicle in Europe, we have no issues. We give our customers in India the similar crash and safety requirements as that of Europe. With a new hydroformed crush tip in the front, there is the safety cage that is protected. The torque box does not come under threat, so the frame distortions are minimum and the safety is very high to the customer. We have, in the process where we have taken so much of friction reduction, we have optimized turbochargers, we have done very good aerodynamics around the vehicle, and a lot of friction reduction that I talked about. Our fuel efficiency over various periods, as Pawan mentioned, has gone up by 37%. From what we used to be 11.2, now we are at 15.37. With this, friends, we have the new generation Scorpio on a new generation platform, which will give you the best ever driving dynamics and best in class ride and handling. So there are a lot of styling and other features that we have added in the Scorpio. And for that, I'm going to invite my colleague Vivek to come and share what we have done in the new generation Scorpio. So Vivek, please.
Very good afternoon to all of you. Rajan has spoken to us about the ride dynamics and the new platform and how the improvements have been done in the new generation Scorpio. I will take you through the styling and the features. We know that Scorpio styling has always been unique, sporty, butch, and it makes us. This time, it has become more contemporary, more aggressive, and we look at some of those elements. So let's see what is bound to catch your attention when you look at the new generation Scorpio. For starters, you have the imposing front grille with the chrome highlights that you see on the screen in front of you. You have the dual projector headlamps with advanced static bending technology to light up those hairpin bends when you take turns. You also have very striking LED eyebrows, which are basically the parking lights, but they light up as if a beast in the night, when the eyes light up. And of course, you have the LED tail lamps, which are again very stylish and will definitely get heads turning. But there's more. There's also the stylish two-tone applique in black and silver on the rear door. A very eye-catching fender bezel, which has the side indicators. And it also has the unmistakable engine branding on it. You've also got the tough new road armor bumpers as well as the striking 17-inch alloy is in the ride and handling, and Rajan has already covered that. He's talked about the all-new platform and all the various changes that have happened. Now, to be consumer-friendly, we have tried to coin some new terms. These terms are cushion suspension and anti-roll technology to make it easier for consumers to understand that you're going to get a much better ride. The turning radius has also been reduced, as Rajan mentioned earlier, to make it easy for people to turn around in narrow roads. There is, of course, the new transmission to shift gears effortlessly and for a smooth driving experience. For our off-roading fans, we now have a new shift-on-fly four-wheel drive option so that you can drive on any kind of terrain. And you'll be happy to know that the heart of the beast remains our iconic 2.2-liter MOC PS and a high torque of 280 Newton meter. Now, you know that Scorpio has always been packed with technology and features. And that's because Scorpio customers and Scorpio fans want it that way. So we listen to our customers. In fact, there are many thousand fans and customers who are listening and seeing this webcast right now. So let me, at this point, thank them for joining us today and thank them also for the faith they've kept in this iconic brand. It's they who've built this brand. So let me now share with you what are the high-tech features in the new generation Scorpio. The big story here is about the 6-inch touchscreen entertainment system, which has an inbuilt GPS navigation for the travelers and wanderers among us. The system has a Bluetooth to connect your phone. You can play your music via CD, DVD, USB, aux options. It also has a fully automatic temperature control. So all you need to do is set the temperature that you want, and the vehicle will maintain that temperature for your comfort. And of course, we have our tech bundle of other technology features like the reverse parking assist, which we call IntelliPark. We've got the Tiretronics, which keep a check on the tire pressure, and good for the environment too. Now, we've talked about technology features, we've talked about ride and handling, we've talked about the styling elements. There's a lot of story to be told about the interiors as well. So let's look at what's new on the inside. On the inside, the new generation Scorpio comes with completely new blue-gray interiors, which look luxuriously cool. It's got a new sporty steering wheel, which comes with audio and cruise controls. A very futuristic look cluster, which looks stunning when it is illuminated. And I would invite all of you, after the reveal, when we show you the vehicles, please come and have a look at that cluster and see how nice the illumination is. There's also the chrome finished AC vents, which not only look premium, but they've got improved directionability as well to feel the cool air. And based on consumer feedback that we've been getting, we've moved the power dome to the door armrests. Moving on to safety. Safety has been a very important aspect of the Scorpio, not just because of the inherent tough and rugged construction, but because of the safety features that have been added. Airbags are being introduced on more variants with ABS in the new generation Scorpio. And one of the new features that we are introducing is called the panic braking indicator. What happens here is, in a panic braking situation, the hazard lights come on automatically, and that's a warning to other drivers that you've braked in panic. So that's a safety feature which is new. And of course, we have the digital immobilizer, which is standard across all variants. So you've heard that there have been a whole lot of new changes in the new generation Scorpio. And here is a quick summary of all that is new. You can see the slide in front of you is full of the list of all the changes that have happened in the styling, in the ride and handling, in the features, in the safety, in the interiors. And therefore, I'm sure you will agree with me that it's only right to call it the new generation Scorpio. Now, let me quickly cover the variant option and the colors as well. So we have the S2 variant, which is our entry-level variant with the M2DI CR engine. Then we have the S4 variant, where our M-Hawk engine range starts. This also has a four-wheel drive option on it. Above the S4, we have the S6, which comes with a 2D audio. It comes with ski racks and body-colored exteriors and so on. In addition to what the S6 has, we have the S8 variant, which also has projector headlamps, alloys, fog lamps, etc. And we are also launching a new, all-new top-end variant called the S10, which comes packed with a host of exciting features that I've been talking about. So the S10 has the 6-inch touchscreen infotainment system. It has the projector headlamps with static bending technology. It has the fully automatic temperature control, and it also has a four-wheel drive option. I would also like to point out that there will be a safety package that includes dual airbags and ABS as standard on the S4 and S6 in the next few weeks. Let me now come to colors. So we have two new exciting colors, namely the molten red and the regal blue. And both of these colors will be available for you to see after we do the reveal. And of course, we are continuing with the ever popular diamond white color, the fiery black, and the mist silver. With that, I'm sure you will now want to know, how does the new generation Scorpio compare with our competition and what the pricing is going to be. So for that, let me call Praveen back to the mic.
Thank you, Rajan and Vivek. Now let's take a look at how we stack up against the competition. As you can see it here, the new generation Scorpio S10, the highest end of the variant, on a like-to-like comparison, as what one can see it here, scores above competition when it comes to style and the style in the SUV segment. On technology too, Vivek had spoken many of them. We believe we are ahead of the competition, even on the technology front. The same scenario of domination, I'm using the word specifically to say that this has much more to offer. As one can see it, continues here also. Different technologies, I think Vivek had spoken many of them. And as compared to the competition, what one can see it here, the Scorpio, all new Scorpio has a lot to offer. The new generation Scorpio comes with a host of comfort and convenience features, many of which are not available, as what one can see it here in the competition offerings. Though a true blue SUV like the new generation Scorpio is strictly not comparable to a crossover or a sedan, but let me try and attempt anyway and share with you how does Scorpio compares. Here as well, the new generation Scorpio, I'm taking an S8 variant. Vivek did introduce the different lineup in terms of variants. If I take the S8 variant on a like-to-like basis, leaves competition behind with contemporary and aggressive styling, as what one can see it here. The story continues in comfort and in convenience. Moving on, as well as in technology, one can see it here, there is a lot different to offer in a new generation Scorpio. So friends, in summary, even S8 variant stands out. So now let's move on to the most awaited moment, the price. You have seen that we have packed the new generation Scorpio with a plethora of style elements, features, unparalleled ride and handling technology, what we had to offer in this product, along with comfort and many more technologies. So what do you feel the price should be? Are there any guesses? I think I don't want to be in silence for a long. The new generation Scorpio ex-showroom Mumbai would start at an attractive price of 7.98 lakhs, and the top end would be priced at 11.46 lakhs. The other variants of S4, S6, and S8, the prices can be seen here. Now let me come back and complete the comparison which I shared with you just before. Now that since you know the price, the new generation Scorpio comes at an attractive price as compared to the others, as what one can see it here, at a price of 11.46 lakhs, and others are high as what one can see it here. Even here, if I may compare them with crossover or a sedan, the new generation Scorpio offers an attractive price and a value proposition at a price point of 10.84 lakhs, as what one can see it here. So friends, the new generation Scorpio is getting launched today in Mumbai, and it will be sold across the country. We have planned 11 new regional launches. I would like to thank all of you for your patience and be a part of this much-awaited launch. I'm going to request now our chairman, Mr. Anand Mahindra, to come and share his perspective on this launch event before we open up the Q&A session. Can I request Anand?
There's an old saying in the US that if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And the Scorpio certainly ain't broke. This is a car that has become one of the most enduring brands in the auto industry in India, and indeed in the markets where it is sold around the world. This is a car with 3 million fans on Facebook. It's a car that sells over 50,000 a year, 450,000 on the road, 74,000 abroad. This car ain't broke. So why a new Scorpio? And of course, the fancy sounding explanation could be that we have a very robust system at Mahindra of anticipatory evolution. And one could go on with that kind of left-brained presentation. But in my mind, the best brands in the world are formed when you let your heart hold sway just as much as your head. And this product has had a lot to do with the heart. So let me give you another explanation for why we constantly change and refresh the Scorpio. And this goes back to when it all started. And Pawan likes to remind me of this story. About 10 months before the launch of the first Scorpio, when he called me to look at a production prototype in Kandivali. And I remember seeing the car and just reflexively and spontaneously turning to Pawan and giving him a big hug and telling him this is like the birth of a new child. And to me, that metaphor is very apt when you talk about brands. It is about the birth of a new child. Like a new child, a brand comes in and gets instantaneous and widespread affection, but then it grows, and it's meant to grow. I don't think any of us are going to be eternally fond of a child that stays in diapers. That doesn't change at all. But we follow the growth of a child. A child continues to entertain us, to grow, to learn. And we shower praise and affection on the child, but we also give it constructive criticism. We exhort it to change. We prod it to improve itself. And so too with the Scorpio. We see our child go to college. We see our child get pump iron, get a new body, wear new clothes. And indeed, from what you've heard from Rajan and Praveen, this is a very different Scorpio. This is a Scorpio that has pumped serious iron. It's got a new generation chassis, anti-roll technology, an incredibly soft suspension, a very rather comfortable suspension. So a lot has changed. But I think a brand really becomes an enduring and great brand when the family of that child, so to speak, grows. When the people that think as possessively and as passionately about that product are not just in the house, but then they begin to spread from the street around your house, from the neighborhood, to the city, to the world. And that's why we at Mahindra, our most important metric is the customer's promoter score. We want our customers to become the family for that product. And I think the Scorpio made that transition. When it makes that transition, we don't own that product anymore. We simply become fellow family members, constituents of a much larger family who own it. And they sell the product. That is what has happened, in my opinion, with the Scorpio. And like all family members, you never want to see a world without a child, without your child. I think we've come to the point where the larger family of the Scorpio cannot imagine a world without the Scorpio either. So I want to thank all of you for being here with us today as we present to you, to our collective family, an old family member, the Scorpio, in a completely new avatar. Thank you for being here.
So before we reveal the Scorpio to you, I know that after that you have no interest in Q&A. So we'll have a short Q&A session and then we will do the reveal. So any questions that you may want to ask, please do so. Anyone has questions? Yes, please. Mike.
Jaiprashant from Car Talk. So when will the four-wheel drive variants be available? Are they on sale currently, or you'll have to wait?
Yeah. Four-wheel drive vehicles also would be available in course
Immediately.
of few weeks now.
Few weeks.
Few weeks.
Okay. And
Couple of
automatic,
weeks.
sir? The automatic six-speed.
Sorry?
The six-speed automatic.
No, this is the manual transmission.
Okay. Thank you.
So, Swati Kandelwal from Bloomberg. Mr. Mahindra, you spoke about how this brand is so important and relevant and how you've seen it grow over the years. If you talk about last 3 months' performance of Scorpio as presented and spoken about 50,000 odd units every year that you did, you're doing about 50,000 odd for 3 years. There was no growth that you saw over last 3 years in the brand. You thought you could have done better, or was 50,000 a good figure to settle with?
We will never be happy with any figure, Swati. You know that. We would always want more. But you please tell me which brands there are in this industry that have lasted for 12 years and continued with a sustained high level of output. Let's have that conversation. And then you can tell us whether we should at least have room for patting ourselves on the back for that. And yes, we would certainly want more volume. That's what we are here for today.
Anyone else? Yes, please.
Sir, is any expansion plan for next gen Scorpio for Mahindra plant in Nasik?
Expansion plan for volume capacity?
Hi, yes.
We have sufficient capacity right now to meet any demand that might come our way. So we don't have any capacity limitations. Any other questions? Well, that was the shortest Q&A session that I've ever had in a press conference. So without taking any more time, there, in the back.
Hi, this is Utkarsh from ET Now. Anand sir, a couple of days back, there was a press conference where Mr. Ratan Tata was there also. And he was being asked that what is the future of the automotive industry. And he said that it is a sad part that there are only two virtually domestic companies in this country, and you have a lot of foreign manufacturers coming in. And according to him, going ahead, he saw a lot of growth and we overpassing China when it comes to the number of cars sold. So I just wanted to get the same answer from you. How do you see the future of automotive industry in India and the role of the domestic players?
Well, unke muh mein ghee shakkar, as they say. I hope it certainly goes beyond China. I think he's right. It's interesting that we are launching not only in the auspicious day of Navratra, but also at the same time that Make in India is being launched, which is why I'm here, because this was a very important brand for us. But I support that program wholeheartedly. I think Make in India is not just about manufacturing from India, it's about making India the fastest growing economy in the world. And I think if that happens, if that is one of the many kickstarters to the economy that we have, there is no reason why at this stage in our growth, we should not outstrip China. And if we do, well then we don't have to leave it to our imagination to understand what will happen to the auto industry here. The auto industry usually has something called a tipping point, where at a certain per capita level of income, you suddenly get a hockey stick level of consumption in cars. Incredibly, I don't think we've even reached that yet. So my only concern, of course, is infrastructure. We have to have the roads and the infrastructure to house the incredible population of cars that is going to come onto the streets here. We haven't begun our tipping point and we are already worrying about congestion and gridlock. That's my real concern. My concern is not about demand. I think it's going to go up exponentially, but we need to get our act together to make room for those cars.
Anyone else?
Yeah. Hi, Ketan here from
Ketan.
Economic Times. Scorpio gave a major leap to Mahindra and Mahindra as a major domestic player when you started. As you get into the new generation, as a group, Mahindra has made it clear that you want to be global. Is this a major leap again for you to probably, venture in and probably get a larger pie of global markets since this is developed, even keeping in mind the European markets?
Yes, Ketan, with every new product that we launch, we are improving our technology levels, our styling, our overall delivery of the performance of the vehicle. And we obviously look forward to that with every launch. We are able to spread our wings wider, both in India and also in global markets. And that's what we hope to do with the new Scorpio.
I haven't seen you with that new mustache of yours, Keith, and you were looking pretty fierce, so I was wondering what kind of question was going to come up. But let's not read too much into this being the entry point into a new global push. This is simply about a brand. This is about an enduring brand, which is largely Indian, but has, as we've said, a substantial following and a growing following overseas. Rajan did mention that we meet European norms. Again, don't read too much into that. It just means that we are world class, and it means our options are wide open. But right now, what we are just focusing on is very lovingly nurturing and sustaining a brand that we think is iconic.
Thank you.
Safety. And my mention was that on the safety, there is no compromise. The vehicle that we have made in India is of the similar standard. Any European vehicle would meet the regulatory requirements. So that's what I mentioned.
Okay, so one more. All right.
Hi, this is Rachit from Financial Express. A question for Mr. Mahindra. When Prime Minister Modi was sworn in with the new government, you did write a letter to him seeking support from him, to use Mahindra for the security cavalcade. Any progress on that, considering that you do support Make in India? Any progress from the government side on that?
I don't think I made that letter public, so I'm surprised you read it. But to be honest, that letter was more thanking him. There was a request, as if we'd love to see you continue in it. But to be very honest, we are very aware of security requirements, and it's not because we cannot meet them. We have a very specialized armoring division, as you know. We are the leaders in armoring. We have a very high-tech division as part of our defense services called the Special Services Group, which understands the most premium requirements. The issue is that so far, security people around the world prefer that the protectee be in a sedan, be at a low ground clearance. Now, that's just the way security works. So to be honest, I didn't write with great hopes of him retaining the Scorpio. I really wrote to thank him for the gesture he made in getting off at his swearing in a Scorpio. I think that was a message he sent out about Make in India, about supporting Indian manufacturing, about pride in Indian products, and that's what I was thanking him for.
And also, you must have noticed that on the day of his birthday, when he went to Ahmedabad to visit his mother, just about 10 days ago, he did travel in a Scorpio. Okay, so with that, okay. No, not very soon. Short answer. So now we start the reveal sequence. Who will take over from here, Vivek? Your show. Thank you.
Namaste.
The new generation Scorpio.
Hello and welcome to Mahindra. It was the year 2002 when the Scorpio made an emphatic entry into the world of SUVs. And since then, it has been a trendsetter and game changer in the Indian SUV space for over 12 years, and a constant nightmare for other cars. Today, we bring to you the new generation Scorpio. It is stylish, contemporary, high-tech, comes with superior ride and handling, and promises the best Scorpio experience ever. So take a look. Let's take a closer look at the new generation Scorpio. It's leaner, more aggressive, and will surely invoke fear in the minds of competition. First on the list, the Scorpio has always been recognized by its signature grille. The new generation Scorpio's grille comes with premium chrome accents. It adds to its muscular styling and gives the Scorpio an imposing presence on the road, and ensures that other cars make way. The aggressive new front bumper of the new generation Scorpio appears like tough armor and also acts as protection in case of an accident. Next on the list, the silver design skid plate complements the attractive front bumper. And now take a look at these dual projector headlamps with advanced static bending technology. And just in case you're wondering what is static bending technology, then let me tell you, when the vehicle is taking a turn, the headlamps help in automatically illuminating the path, better in improving visibility dramatically. The headlamps are also equipped with an added feature. It is called Follow Me Home and Lead Me to the Vehicle. The headlamps remain on for some time after you have locked or unlocked the vehicle. This illuminates the path for walking conveniently up to your home or to your new Scorpio. On top of these lamps, you will find these stylish LED eyebrows, which act as parking lights. The new fog lamps add to the style and also provide better visibility while driving in poor or foggy visibility conditions. Also, I am sure that you will find the new wraparound bonnet to be more sporty and stylish. And last but not the least, the new bonnet scoop has an aggressive styling and also enables air entry into the intercooler, thereby helping improve engine performance. And now, let's have a look at the engine. The new Scorpio's bonnet comes equipped with hydraulic gas struts. And these gas struts make the bonnet opening process a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged M-Hawk engine. This engine generates a power of 120 bhp, much ahead of other cars, and makes you feel as if you are taking off. The new generation Scorpio also comes with the micro hybrid technology. This feature switches the engine off, switches the engine back on as soon as you press the clutch pedal. This technology helps save approximately 5% fuel. And now let me show you the side styling. The new generation Scorpio now comes with new 17-inch alloy